Good morning, everybody. I'm Toriano. Welcome to my podcast. Happy Friday, happy Memorial Day weekend, and I have two phenomenal human beings from Zoomin and Groomin, Donna and Sandy. How are you all this morning?
Great, thank you. And you?
Really great.
Oh, I feel super amazing, and I've been talking about Zoomin and Groomin for a while now. My friend Ingrid told me that I was fangirling on John, so I'm gonna keep giving you crap for that because I don't even care. She's like, you fangirls. I didn't even know there was a term. But I because I just love everything that you all are doing. So let's just jump right into it. Donna, can you tell us your whole name, tell us who you are, tell you how, because you're the founder of all this, and this is going to be super motivational for all the people out there that I've been personally telling. Buy a franchise. I've been on a one man mission telling it. So just tell us how it all started, Donna.
Okay, sure. I'm Donna Sheehey. Founded Zoomin Groomin because I had three big dogs. I had a young daughter, and I was running my own business unrelated to the pet industry, and had to stop my work, pack up my daughter, load my three big dogs into the car to get them to the groomer. And then they disappeared all day into a back room or basement. And unbeknownst to me at the time, they were sitting all day with dryers on them in cages. Yeah, so they weren't happy when I picked them up. And I had to do the same thing all over again at the end of the day. It was crazy, like thunder. And we launched Zoom Groomin. I sold my other business. Launched Zoom Groomin to create a better grooming alternative, a better environment for pets so they could be more comfortable, more convenient for the pet parents. I was the first customer. And more transparency so pet parents would know what was going on. It was start to finish, no cages. I am not a groomer still to this day, but we hired great people, and working with pet parents was like a breath of fresh air, transitioning from other corporate world to that. And we've just had so much fun with it throughout the years. And my daughter helped out, other families, they involved their children. So it's been great. And then then we went over to Loyalty Brands in January 2021. Sandy came on as CEO to expand this brand across the country. She helped rebrand. It's been fun with her. And we've had great success.
So just so before we throw it over to Sandy, so you started it and you started off with, was it one or two?
We had one van on the road in Massachusetts, and we started to receive inquiries for service from all over New England. And we're like, we only have one van. So then within 2 years, we had four. And then it took right off from there. There was no shortage of customers.
Within 2 years, you had four?
Four vans, yeah.
So I've been bragging about you. I'm fangirling out right now. So, but because I just love entrepreneurs, I love people that are just that just are entrepreneurial spirit. How did you get to the point of just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do one, get one," and then how do you get to the point of making one into four? And I want to bring it to Sandy because Sandy took four into the country. So how did that start for people that are watching this and want to get inspired?
Yeah. So again, once we put one van on the road, we had great marketing. That's what I had. That was my background. So right away, we had great marketing, and there was just no shortage of customers. Like I said, they just kept coming, and we enjoyed it. So we said, okay, it's time to take the leap. So we just ordered, multiple vans after that. We didn't do it one by one. We just said, okay, we need more vans. So that's what happened. So we got them, they filled up, we knew it was ready for franchising. So Loyalty Brands, took it and ran with it. Sandy rebranded, and she's helped grow this brand across the country in 3 years to over 100 locations. So it's been pretty amazing. Yeah.
So let's bring in Sandy Stow. Sandy,
yeah.
like brain explosion because Donna took it one to four. And I love what she just said, because she said, I just use the Nike model all the time. Just do it. And she just did it, right? Like, and that's all entrepreneurs. I mean, that's how, when I started my dog training stores, I just one day said, I'm going to release that building. And one turned into two. And so I felt that. But then Sandy, you're our hero. This is what everyone, dreams of doing, going from 4 to 100. And I had the pleasure, his name was Steven, I forget his last name, but the guy that started Geek Squad, and I remember when he used to talk about it back in '95. And then one day I was like, he did it. Oh my God, he did it. He got Best Buy on board. And that, when I talk to you all, that's how I feel that same, like, are you for real? And you guys are for real because you're doing it. So can you tell us who you are, tell us your background and that inspirational story of how you took 4 to over 100.
Sure. Well, it's not me, it's a whole team. Donna, the whole Zoomin Groomin team, John Hewitt, who you have interviewed. He's amazing. He was my mentor. But
Amazing.
I am Sandy Stow and I am the CEO. I feel the perspective that I bring to Zoomin Groomin is I have been a franchisee for 20 years. So it's a different view from some companies where the CEO is a hired in CEO. I was taught I learned under John how to run franchises and my own franchise. He taught me. He is a teacher, and he has 10 two-letter favorite words, and he reminded me of them a few times early on. And it's it is to be. It is up to me. So he gave
Wow.
opportunity, introduced me to Donna. Donna and I are pretty close to the same age. We have so much in common. Our children are the same age, and we just hit it off, our personalities. She has the industry experience. She has the patience of a saint. And then I bring in the franchising part of it. And just together with John mentoring us, I think it's been a great success.
Wow. I just wrote that down. You said if it's
If
meant to be,
if it is to be,
if it is to be,
it is up to me.
if
10 two-letter words.
it is to be, it is up to me. I mean,
Isn't that great?
that's the secret right there. I mean, because
Mhm.
everybody, I mean, I was in the music industry, and I'm giving this background just to prop you all up even more. I was in the music industry, super intense, worked at the highest level, came into the dog industry. I'm like, wow, the dog industry is more intense than the music industry. If people have seen Best in Show, I mean, there's some characters in the dog industry. And the grooming industry is a whole nother world. It's super competitive, and you all are so family like. You all are so like clicked in. There's such just an energy. And I'm not. I have no reason to say this at all. I'm just. This is just even how you all found me. Gary Shonas was watching my show. Said you all need to meet John Hewitt. Then I met Mary Jane, who was amazing. Talked to John. Talked to Sandy. Talked to Donna. Talked to Darren. Like talked to Mark. Like everyone is just consistent. Sandy, how would, because you're the leader of, I mean, obviously, yes, absolutely, there's an entire team. It takes everyone. But then how have you, how are you quarterbacking, like, to have all these just amazing people that I know it's top down, but how is that so consistent?
I think I know what my weaknesses are, for one thing, and I try to find people that can stand up next to me and be there to support. But I have to give really so many kudos to Donna. As I mentioned earlier, she has the patience of a saint. She would tell me things multiple times because there was just so much going on, and to teach me this industry. And I could not have done this without her. That's why I said I tell people it's been the perfect storm, right? It was the right industry at the right time with the right founder, with John's knowledge, of course, in franchising. Then the people that have come on, from my vice president of operations to our director of franchise development, to now we have a fleet coordinator and we have a senior operations person. I mean, just the people, everybody has come on and it has been the right fit. Eventually, I guess maybe that's not going to happen, but we've just been blessed.
Agree.
Wow.
And Toriano, in the beginning too, I thought, I didn't know these people, and I thought, who are these people? I hope everything goes well. And then I went to the first convention, and immediately I said, same thing. These are absolutely hands down the right team, the right
Absolutely.
people. It felt like family. So yeah.
Donna, let me ask you this, because I know in our previous conversation, and actually I want both of you all to talk about this, and I'll start with you. But your background is just phenomenal, and I'm just thinking for to give people inspiration, especially little girls out there, my little granddaughters, my little niece, that watch my show. So can you just? I think the story is so phenomenal. Can you tell your background before prior to what you were doing?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I wasn't meant to work in an office 9 to 5, regardless of what my mom told me. So I ended up with an entrepreneurial spirit. So I started my own marketing and promotional company, representing the largest national and international brands in the spirit and beverage industry. So
Wow.
um, we grew from me to over 350 spokesmodels around the entire Northeast.
Wow.
So yeah, we did Jose Cuervo bus tours up and down the Jersey Shore. We did Bailey's on the ski mountains in New Hampshire and Maine. We did all the fine wine shows. We rolled out, huge, expensive marketing plans for these companies. So it was great. I did that for about 6 years. Ended up selling it to my full-time manager. And we had a lot of fun, but I did it because I wanted to focus on, I sold it because I wanted to focus on my family. My daughter was young at the time. But it was really phenomenal. So then we had a lot of
Wow.
fun doing it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. That's
And it
phenomenal
gave me
story.
time, to do some work from home, but I did need to be out there networking all the time with these companies. So, um, it was time to focus on my
So you
family.
had that entrepreneurial spirit or that prior to that,
Yeah.
and Sandy, can you share your background prior to this?
Yeah. So, well, prior to actually being in franchising, I was an optician.
Wow, wow, what?
Yeah. So I know it was crazy. Met John Hewitt, and that's where, I tell people it's kind of like you come to a fork in the road sometimes and
Mhm.
you pick a path that you typically wouldn't. I joined John and my life changed, financially, what I have learned being with him, being taught by him. And my daughter actually got to grow up, and she was young when I started in franchising, and so she got to grow up and learn about being an entrepreneur. I didn't know I had an entrepreneurial spirit. So fast forward to joining Zoomin Groomin, my daughter was looking for an opportunity. She was actually looking for a franchise, and
Wow.
when I said something to her about Zoomin Groomin, of course she loves dogs. She had a dog. She said, "Mom, I'll do that with you." And so I
Wow.
actually financed her to become a franchisee. Today,
Wow.
yeah. So today
Wow.
she is our largest entity. She's grown. She's done amazing. She and her husband were instrumental in helping us do the rebranding because they're young and excited, right? They bring another level.
Mm.
Again, that goes back to my perfect storm. Everybody has just been able to
Everyone.
bring the right thing at the right time.
Ooh, I love that because you made me just think about the hair club for men model. Like I'm only the president, I'm also a client. So you're not just saying, "Hey, come join us." You actually, your family, you put your money where your mouth. You invested. Your family is part of the family. So with that, let me ask you this, and real shout out. Thank you for everybody that's watching. There's about 30 people on right now. Thank you for waking up early and sharing your Friday with us and watching my podcast show. Thank you, Heather, out there. Thank you, Mike, that's watching the show this morning. So this is what I want to ask. Um, this is open for whoever wants to take this question. I love it. I want to get involved. How does a person go about, this? Like walk us through. Like, since I really want to share this to people and have this YouTube link to share to someone. Like, hey, this is, if you want to do this, this is how you go about it. This is the cost, and this is how you can get going.
Yep. So a couple of different ways, right? You can go on our website, zoomingrooming.com. You can call through. Our phone number is 866-50-50-groom, to reach out to us. And we will take you through the process. We will make sure, or help you make sure, that this opportunity is right for you, right? It's all about, another thing that John's taught me so many sayings. Another thing that he says is, I want to get divorced before we ever get married. And that's what our franchise development team does. They want to make sure it's right for our franchisees, right? We want to set everybody up for success. And we will take you through the process, showing you how the company runs. We will let you talk to our franchisees. They'll have time with Donna and I. We want to make sure that we really want to work together.
And then can we talk about that live? You mean right now, or is that confidential as far as like what cost a person should accrue with that?
Right. So a couple of things. All in, you're probably at about $150,000, but 100 of that is for your van. That's the van. If you've seen our vans, they're these big, bright, beautiful blue
They're
vans. They
beautiful.
are
Yeah.
eye-catching. They are a
Yeah.
rolling billboard for us. So
Yes.
that van all set up is about 100,000, and we have partners that will help lease and finance that. So
Wow.
really, yeah, if you come in and you have about 50,000, 60,000, that pays for your franchise fee, gives you your startup cost to do marketing, pay salaries, buy all the little things that you need to get the business going.
Wow. So if a person's, so the van by itself is 100. So let's just say somewhere probably like 50, 70,000 is what a person will end up spending, like in franchise fees and educating. So I love, and I know the answer to this, but just, can you talk about this, because you have over 100 plus franchisees? But if a person, like Donna said, I'm not a groomer. If a person wants to do this, do they have to be a groomer? Do they have to be involved with the pet industry? Like, is that part of the criteria?
No, it's not. Actually, I've never groomed a dog. I have bathed my own dog and clipped his nails, but Donna has never been a groomer. We only to date have one franchisee that's a groomer. We have over 100 franchisees and one is a groomer. This is really for, well, it's for anybody, but it's more attractive to someone that wants to run the business. We want to teach them to work on the business and not in the business.
Wow. So let me ask you this, just playing devil's advocate. A person like, I want to do this, but what if it doesn't work? What if people all suddenly say, I no longer want to, I want to go back to the traditional brick and mortar. Like, I want to go to a Petco, or I want to bring it to like the local, my local Sally, who's over here, who has her cute little brick and mortar salon because it's next to the Dunkin' Donuts. Do you see mobile overtaking brick and mortar, or will brick and mortar always be there, and one day and mobile might fall off, or will they coexist together?
I think they'll coexist together, right? In today's world, everybody wants convenience. We have Amazon, we have Chewy, you can have everything delivered. So convenience is where it's going, but brick and mortar, I think, will always be there. As far as the service, the mobile coming to you, of course, is going to be a little bit more expensive, right? It's one-on-one with the pets, no cages. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive. And some of the customers or pet parents out there can't afford that, right? Especially when you get a younger one and they're just starting their journey into their career, and they will take their pups and still drop them off and have them groomed at a brick and mortar. There's definitely benefits. But I believe as that 20-year-old drops them off, as they grow in income and maturity, right? And their life gets busy, they get married, they have children, they end up coming over to mobile grooming.
Wow. Is this true? And this has been my own, people that everyone that knows me knows I'm a promoter. I love promoting. I love talking about things I believe in. So I my own personal Zoom and Groom campaign is like join it because if nothing else, and that's me being cheeky, you get to be in this amazing family. You get to be around someone like John Hewitt, who his history of what he did with Jackson Hewitt in the '80s and brought that from the '80s to current day still exists. And probably one of the most recognizable names next to H&R Block, and then did it again in Canada. So you're getting all that information by just a powerhouse. Um, what would you say to someone that says like, okay, are you all? I've been saying this like if they did it with Jackson Hewitt, they're going to do it again with Zoom and Groom. Can we speak upon that? Do you see there being 4 or 5,000? Is there a limit to like how many of these trucks that you see? Like where are we at? You know, we're in 2023. Let's just say we're in 20. I'm sorry, we're in 2024 right now. Say we're in 2025 right now. Where are we at in 2030, 5 years from now?
We're probably in that 4 to 5,000 vans out there is what I'm
Really,
seeing. Yep. So it
really.
really for our franchisees, it only takes 4 to 500 repeat customers to fill a van that runs 7 days a week. So
7 days
that's
a week.
7 days a week. We run 7 days a week,
What?
10 hours a day. Yeah,
Yeah.
because our franchisees are not the ones that are grooming, right? They're running that business and they have multiple groomers. So the benefit of our groomers is they can work 1, 2, or 3 days and make a lot of money doing that and still have plenty of time off.
Yeah.
So,
And a lot of
but
our customers are working all week, so they want the service on the weekend.
Yep.
they do want it on the weekend, 7 days a week. So let me. So a question, two questions have come up. First question is, and this is and shout out to my groomers. You know who you are. Then thank you for trolling my page. Been like, who's their? How are they learning how? Who's in charge? Who's their master groomer? How are they learning how to be a groomer? That's a question that I've been getting when I've been resharing your posts. Can Donna, can you talk to that, or who, or Sandy, who wants
Yeah,
to take that
yeah,
question?
no. It's our policy to hire experienced groomers that have at least 2 years of full breed cut experience because they're
Okay.
working independently. You know, they're alone. You know, in the salon environment. So that's our candidate.
Okay.
And we have
Awesome.
a groomers first culture.
Mhm.
We teach our franchisees, and it's not even having to teach them, they believe it. They know their groomers are something special. And the way we look at it is we have a mobile office and they have a business that they're building. I mean, we're marketing, of course, and getting customers, but when they go out, the groomers, and connect with the pet parent, they're building that relationship. They're the artist in our company. We're there to, when
Mm,
they say, I need X, whatever it is, a certain piece of equipment or a certain
okay.
shampoo, we're there to give that to them. So basically, we work with them. You know, you said a top down mentality. It's not, we go bottom up, we serve that way.
And I feel like
Right.
that's
They're the
that
director.
I feel like that you just answered that question when I asked earlier of like, is it possible just for, is this real? Is this some kind of fantasy that this many people are that are this cool and just that great? And you just said it. You're going from the bottom up. You know, it's just. I mean, me as a little outsider, you know, just the gratuity and just the you know, the good energy I've had. Like everyone's been so nice. It's like, oh, this is how you run a business. Another question, and this is once again where I've been out there talking to people about this is something that you should do. This is something you should take advantage of because it's early in the beginning, and very seldom can you say that you jumped on something right in the beginning. Um, People have said like, all right, I want to do it. I have the money. I want to invest in something like that. But is this something that I'm going to, you know, go to get the franchise, get the truck, get the training, and then I'm just sitting for 4 or 5 months before I get a customer? You know, like, so what? Can you talk upon that?
Sure. So it'll usually take a month to 6 weeks to get your van, right? And you've already attended training. You're already running ads. You're hiring your groomers, and as soon as you get a groomer hired, you're starting to get customers. We have all the ads that need to be placed out there. It is amazing how many people need and want our service. Getting customers
Mm.
is not an issue. Most of our franchisees have
Woo.
waiting list, and that's the way they grow. Remember, I
Wow.
said 400 to 500 repeat customers fill up a van. Well, as soon as one of our franchisees is booked out like 3 or 4 weeks, we're talking to them. Are you ready? Do you want to expand? Right? Are you going to be happy? Because some people are going to be happy with running one van, right? And some people want a
Wow.
fleet. So as soon as they're booked, we want to get that next van ordered. So because it's another month, and they come in and they've already started booking. Probably most of our franchisees start with, if not at least a week, several days booked up before they even get their van.
In
Come
advance.
on.
Yeah.
Come on. Stop
Yeah.
it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. The industry
Well,
is
Wow.
and
phenomenal.
we train them to do that, to advertise ahead of time. You know, we put a lot of emphasis on that to start attracting their customers. So
So so
I believe
so
any of your groomers that follow you would tell you the same thing. Customers are out there, right? They are out there. If you have good groomers and give good customer service, the customers will follow you.
okay, I have two more questions. We have 3 minutes left. I know you all are super busy because you're getting ready for your phenomenal um your summit, just that
Yep.
by itself, which I'm gonna be down there. Thank you all for inviting me.
Yeah, we're looking
I'm do
forward
some
to it.
podcasting live from Virginia Beach. So I have two more questions. So you talked about this top down, bottom up approach, which that's how you run a company. So what would you say, how, because I've met everyone but a customer, how, or is this carrying, how does this carry over to your customers? Like what kind of customers you are attracting to this utopia of grooming land?
Yeah, our pet parents. So our pet parents, they really range, but I can tell you we have like a lot of senior citizens, right? It's a little bit more difficult for them to get around. So our service is good for them. We have the pets that have special needs, right? Whether it's just they are afraid, and they need that one-on-one, or they're old, right? And have a hard time getting around. We
Mm,
have, as Donna stated in the very beginning, the reasons that she started this, she had 3 dogs and a daughter, and trying to pile everybody in the car. It was a
mm,
lot, right? We have the dual income, parents with children instead of just pets, but the children. I mean, it's amazing. And then I guess the last one that I would say is the millennials. Our millennials have taught us about convenience. And hey, it's worth paying an extra dollar to have my time.
home service.
Yep.
wow, that
Yeah.
that's perfectly all right. Before we go, because I know you all are busy, and I appreciate you all, taking time out of your busy schedule on a Friday. We made it happen. Um, Last
Hi.
question. I'm gonna start with Donna, and then go over to Sandy. This is probably the most difficult question that you've ever had to answer in your entire life, and I'm putting you on the spot. I'm going deep. We're going into the attic right now. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. If you were a superhero, who would you be?
Oh, Wonder Woman.
Whoa, little Linda Carter.
That's right.
And why? And why?
Because I was a mom, I was an entrepreneur, do it all. But anyway, I watched all her movies. I like it.
I like that throwback. I
Yeah,
remember that Wonder Woman. Linda, shout out to Linda Carter. Linda
that's
Carter's
right.
at home in LA somewhere saying, "Yeah, I did that."
That's right.
All right, Sandy. If you were a superhero, who would you be and why?
I think the exact same thing, and I think this is a lot about Donna having so much in common. I would think Wonder Woman. That's the first one that popped into my brain
Right?
too, right? It's just
Right.
all about being a woman and getting
Being a
everything
woman,
done.
right. Right. Bringing it with that lasso. Boom.
She has
I think
phenomenal powers. I would love to have that.
I know she got everything. She got the
I would like
lasso.
those
She got
extra
the
powers.
bracelet. She got the glass jet. Remember that? Linda Carter riding in the glass jet.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, I thank you all so much. This has been super tremendous. I thank everybody out there that woke up this morning. I hope that we gave you some inspiration on a Friday to go out there and be an entrepreneur. Sandy, can you just say that phrase one more time for me? Just I got it. Would you say if it is to be,
It is up
it,
to me.
if it is
If it is to be, it is up.
if it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me.
And that's a
Wow.
life lesson, right?
If it is to be, it's up to me. That means the power is in your hand. You can do this,
Yep.
Right.
right? So for those that are watching, and if they are interested in becoming a franchisee owner, where should they go?
So Groomin.com, ZOOMIN, GROOMIN.com. Or they can also call and reach out. We have our phone number is 866-50-GROOM. So 50-GROOM.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you for taking time on a Friday on this Memorial Day weekend. Thank you all so much. I'm looking forward to meeting you both next week. And thank you all for watching the show. I'm Toriano Sanzoni. Please like, comment, and share because that all makes a difference. Also, too, we're going to be resharing this on our YouTube, and that link will be available. And I'm going to be sending it out to everyone I think that can benefit from this. But I say this is a great opportunity. Don't miss it. All right. Thank you all. And you have a
Thank you for
fabulous
having
weekend.
us.
Thank you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Ciao for now. Yes.